Big up to Sam Cooke. Big up to James Brown.
Because they're all relevant.
What I'm saying to these guys is that they changed the game straight. And when they changed the game, their lyrics wasn't like these other cats' lyrics. The way they play, big up to Lee Morgan. You don't even know these guys. You feel me? Like you just know what the crackers show you about these guys. And if it's not for people like you to do shit like this, then we will never know a story. You know what I mean? Like we gotta just talk about what's real, man. Like I'm not here to talk about what other people do. I'm here to talk about the all. You know what the all does? I got on a plane. My white friend said, "Yo, y'all niggas, y'all." He ain't say niggas. Whoa, you right with the whoa. He ain't say that. He did say, "Yo, do you guys want to and go and work on some music?" And we said, "When?" He said, "Friday," and it was Thursday. Like, dude, you gave us like no time. So we can't do this the way we thought it was going to happen. It's not that. You are a person who is responsible for what you do whenever you need to do it. Period, point blank. Don't blame it on rap. Don't blame it on the white man. Don't blame it on your wife. Don't blame it on your husband. Don't blame it on, like, stand up and represent. Like, this is what the all is about. On some real stuff. Like, we ain't not coming out here to preach to people and save people's lives and nothing like that. Like, speak about yourself, man. What's really good? You know what I'm saying? Like my homie said, yo, I love my lady. And I clowned him. I'm like, yo, you want to make a love song? He like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm like, yo, it was some real shit. Cause Smith and Wesson don't make no, like. If you looking at Smith and Wesson records, there's no. We yo, let me allow me. What love song we made? PNC. That's a love song. That's a love song. That's a love song. You can't talk about loving your brothers. Who talks about that? On some real shit. On some real shit. Like, what's real is that we are not allowed to express how we really care.
Why?
Why? Because we think that we are not supposed to do that. So when you have an album like The All and you have this shit spilled out like that, and you have everything in front of you, you have people talking about their women, you have people talking about the shit that they don't like, their addictions, and so on and so forth. How will you address that? How will you address that? Will you embrace that? Or will you just go, man, this is not popping? They ain't talking about I can't dance to this. How will you embrace that? We have always, since we came in this fucking game, we have always been challenged with what we're gonna say. You know, we always challenge with what people. We're gonna say what we're gonna say, and people gonna always test us. They're gonna always say what you're saying doesn't feed my shit or does it feed this. But you know what's real? And when we share ourselves, when we talk about what we love and what we believe in, what's real is that if you look at our history, if you look at the boot camp history, our success came from where? The neighborhood. It didn't come from the industry. The industry didn't make us famous. The neighborhood made us famous. The neighborhood made boot camp, what do you call it, super group. The industry never made us the super group. The industry just ate off of what we did organically.
Talk about that, man. Talk about that.
And this is what we do all the time. Right. Well, we're not allowed to do this, but we up against the time. We gotta feed. We gotta pay commercials. We gotta do all this shit. But what's real is that we still exist. We still alive. You understand? We still alive, and this is what the fucking all is about. On everything I love, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I don't care about no money, none of this shit. But the all to me is me, you, everybody. This is more you than it's me. This is more him than it's me. This is more you than it's us. The all is you. That's you.
My dad used to play with James Brown. My uncle used to be drummers. I come from royalty in music.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't want to, not that I didn't want to be, I didn't even know about trying to be anybody else but my family, but who I see every day. My dad was the coolest dude. My uncles was these niggas that wore drop minks and with curls in their hair that had women on their arms. That's the family that I come from. On my dad's side. Now my mom's side was straight Christian ministers in the church. So I didn't have to want to emulate nobody that I did. When I got into music, I was just making sure my bro was safe, my brother was safe. When we was in school in high school, I would make other niggas rhyme and be who they wanted to be, just for my enjoyment. So it wasn't like I wanted to be nobody. Okay, what did it for me was hearing a Coogee rap, hearing a Slick Rick, listening to staying up nights from high school, putting tape on the holes in the cassette tape so it can record. No, so it can. Once I black out, I ain't gotta wake up to stop the tape and turn it over. It'll automatically flip over. So from hearing a Coogee rap, hearing a Slick Rick, or learning even just how to DJ cut off of Run DMC. Walk this way, yo man, let me see the mics, yo man, let me see the mic. And that was the simplest part that introduced us in something in high school. What we was doing, banging on the tables, watching him. We all come this would be the lunchroom full of nothing but hooligans watching him tear his heads off in battle rap. And if a nigga touched him or even wanted to act like he was gonna do sideways, then that was a problem. I know that because we and it's still a humbling experience to know that we are who we are. Because we have homies and people that we don't even know that came out of jail from doing damn near 20 something years who saying because of our music they survived. It's because of our music that helped some lawyers pass the bar. Because of some our music is some kids that was like, yo, I started out this way and now I want to be an MC or I want to be a producer because of y'all music. And our music be older than a lot of these kids sometimes. So it's all goes back to the all because if it wasn't for an older uncle or older brother or somebody telling them, listen, check this out because that style was out like this or that style was that, then it wouldn't close the circumference of the circle. It wouldn't right. You wouldn't know what it was. Like, yeah, fatigues, we've been rocking fatigues, making it look dope with Tim's and this is nothing new. We've been new Gucci and these other material companies wasn't for us. They always said it was for us, was for us, by us. And we stopped fucking with them for what reason? Boom shot, check this out.
Wagwan.
Them Brooklyn boys, Smif and Wessun,
You
PNC,
already know. General
Tech and
Steel.
Steel. You watching Indastreets TV. Don't get no realer.
Stay focused.